He formed a council to rule the world from the shadows and killed the heroes before they even existed. 20 years later, the world remembers the screams, the sirens, but not the spider that never bit. Come on, heroes. It's time to tear the pages open and see what's behind them. There's a universe where Peter Parker was never bitten by a radioactive spider, and it wasn't by chance nor by hesitation. It was because a man called the Maker went back in time and prevented it from happening. No Spider-Man, no Avengers, no masked legends. Instead, the Maker created a secret council that rewrote the world behind the scenes, a reality of fabricated normality, until Tony Stark discovered the truth. When he tried to fight back, the council struck first, destroyed Manhattan, and blamed him. Thousands died. The world mourned. Peter continued his life, unaware that it wasn't truly his. This is where we begin, not with action, but with absence. Not with power, but with the man who never had it. Peter stares into the mirror, stubble, eyes tired. Snow falls outside, and the silence of routine blankets everything. Peter Parker, you're not getting any younger, he sighs. There's no destiny in his voice, only weariness. Not the weight of power, but the burden of shared responsibility. In the kitchen, the heat and chaos of family. Their children, Richard and May, are full of energy. Mary Jane moves around with practiced calm. Bacon in the pan, coffee in the pot. Peter, grateful, but behind the dad jokes and the breakfast, something is wrong. A quiet mistake. One of those that lives in unspoken thoughts and in eyes that avoid contact. Because deep down, Peter feels that his life is a puzzle with a missing piece. Existence out of sync with the world he should have helped shape. You look tired, Dad. Richard utters the sentence as if handing him. Peter smiles, trying to hide it, but MJ has already noticed. He knows him better than anyone. That morning, the world spins outside. The Parker house carries a delicate tension. Not a fight. A crisis. The weight of what's left unsaid. MJ tries to make room. You want to talk about it? Peter deflects. Later. Today is, she knows. The day marks a memorial. Victims of the attack in Manhattan, where it all began or ended depending on your perspective. Norman and Emily Osborn are among the names. Harry, the son, speaks before the crowd. He remembers his father playing ball with him. A common, trivial memory, therefore devastating. Now, I'll never be able to create another memory like that again. He tries to maintain his composure, but he confesses. In the silence of the night, I don't hear angels singing. I hear the ball hitting the glove. I hear sirens. I hear all of us screaming because they stole our future. Peter hears and feels because he also lost something, even if he can't name what. Back at the Daily Bugle, chaos reigns. Jameson screams, runs, freaks out, until he suddenly resigns with a resounding, "I resign," that echoes through the halls. Peter barely understands what's happening. Ben tries to smooth things over, but the truth soon emerges. The paper is going to change. Pressure from investors. Less truth, more silence. And Jameson doesn't buy it. In the midst of the editorial whirlwind, Ben takes Peter aside. Let's do it our way. Start something new? From scratch. Peter hesitates. He has a family, a routine, bills to pay. But Ben is firm. You're already numb to your own life. Time to wake up. Peter doesn't answer. Not yet. Something inside him begins to wake up. Wilson Fisk wastes no time. He emerges like a heavy whisper amidst the chaos. Offers Peter Parker the Jameson position. Leadership, stability. As long as he toes the line. Peter doesn't respond immediately, but his look says it all. He knows what this means. Censorship disguised as promotion. Control sold as opportunity. Later, Peter and Ben are in a bar. Two tired men, but not yet broken. And there, amid dry jokes and buried vents, something takes hold. Let's start our own newspaper. One that tells the truth. Ben raises his glass. It might burn everything, but let's burn it the right way. Peter smiles, but hesitates. He's no longer that idealistic boy. He has children sleeping at home, bills piling up. I don't know if I can just blow up my life and start over. Ben, his eyes steady, says what Peter needs to hear. Wake up, Peter. Action is a choice, too. Waited too long. And then, something changes. Peter returns home. His children are going to bed, Mary Jane is waiting for him on the couch, and he tries to put into words the discomfort he's been carrying for years. I feel like there's something wrong with me, with the life I lead, and now I know I've been right all along. MJ doesn't back down. She looks at him with love, but also with strength. You're not alone in this. You don't have to carry this weight in silence. And in that moment, between breakfast and burning newspapers, Peter's world begins to crack. Not on the outside, but on the inside. For the first time, he allows himself to imagine another life. Perhaps the one he was always meant to live. Electricity cuts through the darkness. A flash, a whisper of static, and then he appears. Stark. Not the famous billionaire, but an unknown, almost mythical version, speaking through a hologram. If you're seeing this, Peter Parker, then the plan worked. Paralyzed, Stark's voice fills the room, feeling buried truth. 20 years ago, you should have been bitten by a spider. It would have given you incredible powers. You would have become one of Earth's greatest heroes. But someone, the Maker, erased that future, as if it had never existed. In its place, a world shaped, edited, monitored. In the center of the room, a briefcase. Inside, a stealth suit and a bioorganic catalyst. If you accept this, you will be reborn, not as a journalist, as what you were always meant to be, a symbol, a protector, a hero. Peter holds the object with trembling hands. What does this mean? The answer comes like an echo. They stole your destiny. The question is, do you want it back? He looks out the window. The city breathes outside, the same city he failed to protect, because he never had a chance. Then, an invisible presence speaks within him. First, Ben's voice echoes, "Wake up," and MJ, "Go on, Tiger." And as a radioactive spider slowly walks across your skin, time seems to stand still. He doesn't know how or when, but you know you're about to change everything. The room is silent, but inside Peter, everything screams. It's not just about power, it's about choice. And for the first time, he has one. As the city sleeps, Peter stares at his own reflection, his hand clenched around the future. The spider is there, the suit is there, and the truth. Finally, painfully. The next morning, everything seems the same. The kids go to school, MJ kisses him before leaving. But Peter is no longer the same man who woke up in that mirror days ago. He locks eyes with Ben. What now? Ben smiles with the calm of someone who's already made a choice. Tell the truth, and we promise never to lie. They have no name, no headquarters, no team. They have a purpose. That's enough. That night, Peter is with MJ on the couch. She notices something different. You've decided, right? He hesitates and confirms. Yes, but I won't change alone. MJ smiles. Never been alone, Peter Parker. And then, on the last page, there he is. Window. The night sky over New York. The spider crawls across his hand as if choosing him, or simply returning what was stolen. Peter Parker is not Spider-Man yet, but he is ready to be.